Happy January 2nd. I wanted to talk to you today about a challenge that Phil and I are doing for ourselves. I don't know, I'm sure that somewhere out in YouTube land, in the blogosphere, that somebody is tossing this out there, but we're doing our own little pantry challenge. We decided to do this a couple weeks ago in December because I'm spending a lot of time concentrating on our budget and on our spending habits. Sorry, I have a cat walking around. And one of the things that I want to rein in is the spending that we do on food. And we have the ability, I believe, to not spend any money on food for the month. Now, when I'm saying not spend any money, Phil does drink milk, and Phil does drink, milk, and he does eat bread, okay? And I have my bulletproof coffee in the morning, and that does have heavy whipping cream in it. So those three items we may be purchasing. We don't go through a lot of it, but we may be purchasing it. So just as a safety net, I put $50 aside on the budget and said, okay, that's our safety net for those things that you can't buy for the whole month. Okay. In order to pull this off, it takes a little bit of planning, and it takes a little bit of preparation, because we're not going to be able to run to the store for anything extra. I'm also, unless it's a deal that I can't pass up, I'm not spending any money to stock up the pantry this month. The only thing that may change that, honestly, is a really, really great deal. And Phil loves his cream of mushroom soup, and it's typically an ingredient in things that we cook. And he has been eating more of it, so I know I can make my own. I'm not going to. So if it comes on sale, because I've been watching it, and it should have come on sale by now, and it hasn't. But if it comes on sale, I will end up spending like $20 on that. But I set aside $50 for the month as an emergency fund for those things like bread, milk, heavy whipping cream, and the possibility of cream of mushroom soup going on sale. Every single other thing that we eat will be coming out of our pantry, out of our chicken coop, and out of our freezers. And I'm pretty confident we can pull this off. I'm really excited about doing this and about trying this. And so I want to take you guys along for this little adventure. If I can get the cat off my paper. So in order to do this, what I've done is I've created a menu. And I don't do breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'll make up some chicken salad, egg salad, tuna salad for Phil for lunches. And he has a little cup of cereal with some milk in the morning, or some cottage cheese, and then dinner is the one that we focus on the most, okay? But we don't have to buy anything for any of those meals. It's completely not needed. So I start on Sunday. Today's Monday, so I'm a day behind. So last night we had steak and asparagus. I had some asparagus in the fridge still. I still have one more dinner's worth of asparagus in the fridge. So last night we had steak and asparagus. I just grilled the steaks up in butter on my cast iron on the stove, and I boiled up the asparagus and then put the drippings from the steaks over the asparagus. Oh my gosh. Okay, number one, that was really, really good. Number two, it is totally low carb, high fat. Number three, it was really, really good, you guys. Proud of myself on that one. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a bacon burger roll. Okay. Similar concept of the cast iron thing that I did that I saw online. I also saw this online, and I wanted to give it a try. I'm going to be making one for us for dinner tonight, and there will be leftovers. And then I'm also doing a small one to take to work, because we had been talking about it, and tomorrow's my first day back to work. So I'll be doing that. Tuesday, Phil is just having soup. Most likely cream of mushroom soup for dinner, because it's a super long day for me, and I'm leaving the house early, and I'm going to be gone for probably 12 plus hours, ending at the gym. I don't have time to cook dinner that night. So lucky, he's making soup. Wednesday, I'm doing stuffed chicken. I know for certain that it's either going to be stuffed with mozzarella, or it's going to be stuffed with cheddar. It's going to have a little bit of bacon in there. Mine's going to have a little bit of jalapeno in there. And that's what we're having. We're having that with broccoli. It's going to be good. Good stuff. And then Thursday, we are doing a hamburger broccoli Alfredo. I would love to say that this is so difficult, but if you've seen a video in the past, it's not. I'm going to take a pound of ground beef. I'm going to take a bag of frozen broccoli and a jar of ragu Alfredo sauce. It is 7 carbs for, let's see, it's 7 carbs for the Alfredo sauce for me. I have to add up the broccoli. I'll probably use only half a bag of broccoli because that is kind of carby, but more than enough for dinner. It's tasty, it's fast, it's easy. I'm big on natural food as much as I can. And not processed food as much as I can. And we don't eat very much of it at all. But that ragu stuff, you guys, it doesn't get any easier, and it's great for a busy night like Thursday's going to be. So Friday, we're going to grill up some pork chops, and I'm going to make some cauli mash to go with that. And then Saturday, I pulled some spare ribs out of the fridge or freezer, and Phil has a rub that he found online. That's no carbs. And last time we tested it on country ribs, and it was really, really good. So we're going to try that on the spare ribs and see how it goes. We're used to barbecue. We're barbecue sauce people. We're not really rub people, but the barbecue sauce is no longer really an option. So we're doing the rubs and we're, testing it, seeing how it works. So that is the dinner menu for the entire week, and it's easy to pull off. Don't have to buy a single thing for any of this. It's going to be really super simple. For me, for breakfast / lunch, it is more like a brunch. Pardon me. I make those, they're in a silicone cupcake tin, and I put ground sausage in there, and I put, my ground sausage has jalapenos in it, and then I beat up like 10 eggs, and I pour that over the sausage, and I put one little teeny tiny piece of cheese in the middle of it. I put them in the oven at 3 1/4 for probably 15-20 minutes, depends. And they are phenomenal. They are just exactly the right amount of protein that I need for a meal. The fat content is great. They are very filling. I have 2 for a meal, so that is 6 lunches that I'll create later on today to get me through the whole week. So that'll take me clear through Sunday, I think. And they're good. Phil doesn't care for sausage too much, so I am going to try to make some in the future with bacon in them. But he's not real big on eating these anyway, so it's not a huge priority, but I will be trying bacon at some point. I did cook up those extra pieces of bacon that I cut too short, remember? And those are all in a bowl for just quick, easy, something to put in your stomach. That is what we're planning on doing. That's the menu for this week, okay? And I'm going to see how long I can pull this off. I think I can do all 4 weeks in January. And that will give me an opportunity also to get in there and really assess the pantry, because it's actually hit that point where it's chaotic in that room, and I hate that. That drives me nuts, because then you really don't have a handle on what's happening. And the dog crate got moved in there for a little bit, and the room is just it's nuts. So I need to reassess what's in the pantry, because I've just been canning stuff and sticking it in there. Not the preferred method. If you'd love to do a pantry challenge with us, I think it'd be a lot of fun. No high expectations, do what you can. See what you can do, how long you can make it without purchasing anything from the store. I know they did this back in, what was that, August, September, something like that. People started doing that, which is the wrong time of year for me, because that's when I'm building up my pantry, so that at this time of year I can use my pantry. I can use what's in there. Not that I use it the rest of the year too, but I'm focusing 100% on my pantry this month. And if it goes really well, we might do it in February too. So take a look. Try a menu plan. It is such a time saver. Such a time saver. I've become a huge fan of them. I can only do a week at a time, because you just never know how the schedule is going to change. And because I am the primary cook, it is dependent on my work schedule, my activity schedule. So we do a week at a time, but it really does save those, what do you want for dinner conversations. It saves the last minute, oh, let's just go drive through someplace or let's go out to eat. I mean, you save a ton of money. You save a ton of money by doing this, especially if you're trying to watch pennies. And right now, we are trying to watch pennies. We have some things that we would like to do, and in order to do that, we're going to have to call back a little bit on some of the extracurricular. And we really do, I mean, I went through December. We used December as a sample month, and I spent a lot of money. And I'm not talking holidays. I mean, I spent a lot of money on food. None of it's going to go to waste. It all ended up in the freezer or in jars or you know. So it wasn't a matter of we ate a lot. It was a matter of that I bought a lot. So we're going to ring back on that and see how much that can change. Okay, I'm starting to ramble. So if you would love to join the Pantry Challenge, I invite you to give it a try. See what you can do, and check in, because we're going to be doing probably weekly updates on this and how it's gone. And to let you know, I'll confess, I will absolutely confess if we ended up spending money on anything. And I'll let you know what we're doing as far as dinner. You can see kind of the things that we're able to make off of what we keep in our pantry and our freezers, okay? And I'm always looking for suggestions, always looking for suggestions. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Remember, 14 days until the drawing, or 14 days until the deadline for the drawing for the Presto Pressure Canner. The link will pop up here someplace. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for coming by.